Welcome Sheikh Urwa in Rahma Studio, and would like firstly to ask you how you begin to be a Muslim and to be Islam, and why.
This is, thank you very much. This is a very big question in fact. But
yes, immediately and step by step you told us about this story because of yours are eager to know about it.
Yes.
As much as possible as you can in 2 minutes.
Yes, in
because
2 minutes?
Yes, because you know
this is very quick.
The time is limited.
the time is limited. Well, the first I want to say in this subject is, of course, without the help of Allah, Akbar, subhanahu wa ta'ala, it would be not possible for me to become a Muslim. Without his support, without this, it will, I would still have been what I was before, that is a kuffar. But of course, my tribute is that I, 20 years ago, became a believer. I lived a very harsh life in Sweden. There was a lot of problems in my life, and I didn't know any way out from this. I mean, really, no way out of it. So I've heard at a distance that you could pray to God. But this was not something real for me at this time, because yes. I was not engaged at all in religion or nothing like that. But my feelings, my loneliness and my emptiness was so big at this time, so I had to do something. And I said to myself, okay, I will pray one time. I will try this. I must try this. And I also decided that I will pray to God, nothing else, not to some religion or anything like that, because I'm born Christian, as everybody know now, but I didn't practice Christian religion at all. And what happened is that I found this too much stories, but I believed in the Creator, and at this time I had this last chance, you could say, and I prayed to one God 20 years ago. And the fact is, what happened is I got immediate help. So I had to confess to myself, to my family, to my friends, that were all of them non-believers. I had to confess I was a believer. And this, I think, in the combination with Allah's help, made me a Muslim about 18 years after this happening.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Urwa.
Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome in Egypt.
Jazakallah khair.
I want to ask you about the converting point that made you come into Islam.
The converting?
The converting point, the cause, the main cause that made you enter Islam.
The main call is Allah. Subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's without doubt the only reason that I sit here today. But of course there is a lot of matters in dunya that of course you read the news, you look at media and so on, and one of those points is in fact 9/11. Where I started to be interested, because the media in the West was very sharp against the Quran and the Muslims and so on, and this was like a ready package. Already from the first second, this was something very big and clear who did this and what they had got their inspiration from, and it was of course the Quran. It was like that, and I was thinking this is false, or I must look. So this made me go to the library in Stockholm and borrow the Quran, and I kept it under my coat when I carried it home, because it was like a forbidden book for me as a Swede, almost like a forbidden book. But when I opened it to look at those places mentioned in the media, I didn't find this. I found a message of love, a message of understanding, of peace. And this is so important for me, what happened, because I also, at the same time, I was very happy to open this book. And I started to read it. And this is a recommendation to all people in Sweden also, read the Quran. But at the same time, I was very, very angry because I had been deceived for so many years. Told by media and this deception is still in full action in Europe. I've been deceived that this was a dangerous thing.
No.
So I'm very happy, but I hope more people will be happy.
Finally, in 1 minute, in what way you can serve Islam in the future?
I hope to be able to serve Islam in the future through dawah. I already started, in fact. My recipe is very simple. It's I want to transfer the biggest treasure in this world, and this is the Quran. Of course, there is also the hadith that is very important for everybody to take part of. That is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's life and how he acted. But my first step is, and I've been given all my family one X of this, the Holy Quran, and I tell them read, because the reading was the reason why I became a Muslim. The reading of the words of Allah. This is the simple answer I can give.
As you know, there is a misunderstanding of Islam in Europe.
Yes.
In Sweden, in Europe.
Yes.
How can you defeat these obstacles until accepting Islam actually?
The big problem is that the obstacle is so big that you have to be very careful about how you so to say, promote Islam. The first thing is to understand that a lot of people in Sweden, I talk about Sweden now, they might have their own beliefs, but they don't show it and they don't act like believers. And therefore it's a big difference between Islam that is so steadfast in its way of doing the religion. I mean, the prayers, everything is very good and easy. But for Swedish people, I think most of this is like... I heard one voice, for example, when it comes to making salat. He said, oh, I'm happy that you make your physical training. Some people look upon what we are doing in the masjid as something good for your body, of course, and maybe a little thinking of other things for some minutes, like meditation. But they don't put the aspect in that it's Allah Akbar who created us, who created everything. They don't put this logic into their life. And this, for my own sake, in fact, tapped me of all my blood. I didn't know what to do. But now the solution is here. And I feel like a whole human being and longing for paradise, inshallah. We all go to paradise. And it feels very comfortable. And so, I mean, the question is very hard. How to convince people of belief. Of course, this is also, at the same time, a big market. Because I talk for Sweden. Swedish people are very honest and very good in many, many ways. So I still don't have an answer for this. Of course, I'm a young Muslim also. But we must make people believe.
No. Finally, we want to listen some Quran from you.
Okay, I try.
In 1 minute.
In 1 minute. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.